You've got to get her, you've got to put her in the ambulance. She's got to go. She's got to go. And this is in Miami. I'm in New York. What am I going to do? So they rush her to the hospital. The doctor is doing all these things, and she's saying, no, my mommy heals. I'm not going to be here. I'm going. I got to go. And the doctor's saying, no, you're going to die. You're going to die. What happened was, she had a tumor. And she had many tumors. And the tumor burst. One of the tumor burst. And that poison was in her system, and that's why she was in so much pain. You can imagine the kind of pain she's in. And so they're saying, you got to do this, you got to do this. She's like, I'm putting my clothes on, I'm going. She's a Virgo. You know what Virgos are like? No, I'm going. And he's trying to send a woman in there, and she's like, no, So now, Usha says, oh, I'm going to follow the diet to a T. I'm not going to do anything. And she did. She started, only eating salad and cream vegetables and calling me every minute. And she took the herbs. And then, oh my God, she's in pain again. But the tumor came out. The tumor came out. She started taking it. But this is the point. She tells me, you know, those herbs really work. Real funny. No, they really work. No, you got to tell these people. You got to tell them they really work. So the point is that it may take time for our children. It will take time for them. But just let us set the example. Let us keep guiding them and sticking with them and loving them and children. That's all I can do with Usha. All I can do is keep loving her. I'm not trying to change her, because I'm not here to change anybody. Just keep loving her, giving her all the love, and they always come back and they say thank you. So I'll make it short. I'm not trying to make it long. It's the Girls Society that we're here for. And it's for us to continue to learn the foods that we can eat that are consistent for us. You know, to make those green vegetables really, really tasty. Not bland. Put some spices in it, some curry or chili powder. And you can do green banana and make those like French fries for them. And you could do zucchini and make those like French fries for them. And you could let them have the pizza without the cheese. Just no cheese. Coat the cheese. And show them how they could make a sea moss drink. A smoothie that tastes like ice cream. I'm telling you. It tastes so good. And begin to show them, take them on the internet and show them what this chicken looks like with two heads and an eye in front of it. Take them on there, put the meat on the counter and let it sit there for 2 weeks so they could see its maggots. So they could begin to see it. You can't tell them, don't eat this, don't eat that. Let them see it. So they could really begin to enjoy life and understand what the real quality of life is. That's what we want, the maximum. Remember, we started off with love. That's all we really want. We want this love and to be in this state of peace and joy, and that's what we want for our children. So I want to say, I love you. That's all That's all I bring is that love. Enjoy all the gifts of life. Thank you.
Get that picture. Playing. Get that picture right there. Y'all got your cameras on? Y'all messing up. Y'all messing up. Y'all gotta be Papa and Mama Roxy up in here. Y'all better stop playing. Oh, give her a love and see, and see, she's so soft-spoken, you know, and I gotta, even you see, Queen of Food, no, because I know what Queen of Food, y'all about to bring it. Remember, support the products when Queen of Four is the last, it's coming up now, so don't go nowhere. Y'all should have stayed standing up any darn way. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all know me. Y'all be doing exercise. Y'all walk up there. We go. But, you know, once again, give her a round of applause. She did such a great job. I remember when I met Usha when they had the store over there right here on Fulton back in the day. And then y'all had some, you know, Usha, like I said, they mean, these two women right now mean a lot to me. They don't even know, and even if you don't know, now you know. We're going to tell somebody, baby. But it is what it is. But I love them, I honor them, I respect them, and like I would do, like I went to jail once, and that's for fighting for my mother, 7 police officers at a hospital because they wanted to keep her there because of certain things that she went through. And somebody touched her, and I touched the officer, and that was it. And those who know, if anybody ever trained Sanukas or trained under Dr. Moses Powell or Anthony Muhammad, that's who I trained with. And Doc Powell taught us to back up against the wall and take all incomes. And they came, and they went. And this is a true story at Kings County. At the G building, because the hospital told us to bring our mother to the G building because they didn't understand her depression. And you know, when you put somebody at the G building, they won't release them. Yes. So they grabbed her and I grabbed them, and that was it, because she wasn't supposed to be there. And we dealt with her, and when I heard her scream, that's when I balled up, because they couldn't get me. All 7 of them couldn't get me. I balled up and I let them take me because I heard her scream, and I didn't like that. I didn't like it, but they couldn't get me. And they didn't understand. And you know what's so funny? I did not hit them. I just moved them out the way. Doc told us to block and move. That's all he taught us. He taught us to block and move. And I was just against the wall, dipping, blocking. And they took me, and when I heard my mother scream, because you're connected to that womb. And when I heard her, that means something distressed. But if I didn't stop, they would have done something to her. And I went in, and it's so funny, the room was dark, because they tried to put her in a dark room, and I moved into the dark room with them. And that was it. And up to this day, I would do the same thing for my mother. And I would do the same thing for y'all if I see you on the street. Do the same thing for y'all, us. That's how we talk. We taught to fight. Doc said, and I repeat it, I said this on Abundance Child Show. This is the oath that he taught us on him and Anthony Muhammad. Respect, Anthony Muhammad is now the captain at the Nation of Islam. He's always with Minister Farrakhan right now. The pledge is called, as we walk in peace, and fear will not prevail. We are not the aggressors, but if we are aggressed upon, we fight with those who fight with us. And if we must fight, we fight to the death. Us. And then, at the end of that, I didn't say that on our show, it says, a man and woman in martial art is a man and woman who thinks at all times, who possesses speed, form, technique, power, gracefulness, and humility. That's what they taught us. That's what Dr. Moses Powell, the late great, Ashe to him, one of our ancestors, one of the greatest fighters ever in the world. And Grandmaster Anthony Muhammad, Professor Bill is over there on Washington Avenue. Y'all want to really train, y'all go over to those, or go to the Hapkido place right there. They all train Sanukas or Kemen. Little John Davis was one of my teachers. Little John used to have us in a horse stance, and he used to beat us. Little John Davis used to beat us with a bamboo stick. If we couldn't stay there for a long time, and we did in a horse stance like this, he would beat us with a bamboo stick. If you farted, he beat you. That's how deep our training was, because I did security for Tupac. A lot of y'all don't even know. After he got shot, we had to do his security at the hospital. And y'all remember Tupac, they said that he was, and that was a good brother, he loved his mother to the death. Afeni Shakur, he loved his mother. And Tupac, when we did the security at Bellevue Hospital with Tupac, and he wanted to get out of the hospital, I was at the ICU door doing security. FBI, everybody tried to get to him, and me and Brother Arthur, 4X, or Brother Arthur Muhammad, who was the bodyguard of Carl Kanai, he said, nah, me and him was at the door, said, nah, y'all can't come in there. Big, burly white boys came in. We said, nah, y'all can't come in. He said, you know who we are? I said, yes, but y'all can't walk in that door, sir. FOI looking them eye to eye. I'm this short. Look at me. Arthur a little bit taller, but he bulky. He was in the Zulu Nation and all that, and he's part of the Nation of Islam. That kind of fearlessness that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's teacher, Minister Farrakhan's teacher, gave us back in those days. Our brothers need that again on the street. Those guys in the gang need to protect their neighborhoods, protect their women, So, and the point is that Brother Tupac, everybody say he cursed out the doctors and all that when he ran out of the hospital. That is not true. Matter of fact, he said, thank you to all the doctors. Thank you for healing me and patching me up, but I can't get no effing sleep in here. It's the ICU. They keep on checking on you. So he couldn't get no sleep, so we had to take him to a secret location. But that's going to be in my next book, 48 Hours with Pop. That's going to be in my next book, 48 Hours with Pop. That's a powerful book that's going to come in the street. 48 hours I was with him, so it is what it is. But I'm promoting the book. But my first book is No Promotion is Bad Promotion. Just spell my name right. And yeah, I've been promoting since I was 12 years old. I've been promoting parties. Right up here, started right here at Atlantic Terminals on Fulton Street years ago. And it took me to Madison Square Garden. I've hosted on Randall's Island in front of 20,000 space. I've hosted at Madison Square. You know California. We did Palladium. We did all these places. California was my mentee in the beginning of SOBs, and we was running SOBs back in those days. Packed houses for shows every week. Man, Roxy, Madison Square Garden, wherever we did it. So, look, without further ado.
Yes.
You see the book? Look at you got Heal Thyself was one of the ones I was exposed to years ago, and one of my former wife, Adam's mother, who know my son Adam, his mother was cured of eczema through this book. Woo. The City of Wellness. This is one of the new books that I seen. I read that. It's not that new, but it's a good enough book. But Heal Thyself set it off for us. You know what I'm saying? I done bought this book 3 times to give to us.
Martial arts of Grandmaster Moses Pharr.
Yes, I know.
And he would tell me when I was married, you know, we would do our training because I was a dancer. So he would, you know, we would spar it for a minute and he realized, wait a minute, they're married. She might take him out. You know, he's smooth. Well, wow. Mom. Wow. I never heard you say. I was back in the day when he was around the corner. I was over there too with you. You are just as smooth and silky. I have a new handle that nobody knows about. Well, it's not so new, but nobody knows about it. You want to know what it is? Because it reminds me of you. Would you like to know what it is?
Yes.
The Velvet. Sword. You know, like you kind of get beat up at, you know, from here, there. If you live long enough, you're going to get beat down a little bit. So I had to, you know what happened? My third husband told me. He said, you know what? When we have our disagreement, I won't raise my voice. I do just the opposite. I whisper. You know, when you whisper, people hear you better.
Yes.
You can talk as loud as you want, but when you go in, and then you say what you have to say, with your soul. And then before he would get home, I would keep the house spotless. And I would burn the frankincense and myrrh. And I would close all the doors. And he'd come back like this. That was my martial arts. But you know, you have to learn how to be graceful in life.
Yes.
So you keep your beauty. It's of utmost importance. Old people tell don't their face. When a little girl, they tell you, watch that face. What kind of face is that? Don't you give me that face. You get beat down if you have the wrong face. Because it's, you know, it's the heart. You trying to fight? Oh, you 5 years old, you gonna give me a face? Oh, you 13? Oh, you gonna try to give me the face? I'm the mother.
Right?
I'm trying to. Life. I want to say to my homegirls, I have my homegirls here, I wrote my home sisters. Down in Pharr, spiritualists extraordinaire. Give a big clap. We've been together over 30 years. That's a long friendship. We survived a whole bunch of stuff. Abundant job. You are all that. And your mama. Extraordinary. Great work. Great and mighty work. But you're up for it. You charged for it. So I honor you. You and your mom. Where's your mother?
Mommy.
Mom, thank you, Mom. Give Mom a big... Hi, Mom. Well, she's got really great energy. She did a good job with you.
Thank you.
I want to also give a shout out to my other homegirl sister, Dr. Berta Sheridan. Give a big hand. Our MD's in the house. How did I even think I was going to write a book called Man Heal Thyself? It was not my idea. You know what happened? I knew it was really getting desperate when the brothers said, you know, they normally would say, I got the book for my mother, my aunt, my daughter. They started saying, I got the book for myself. And you go ahead and take as long as you want to write something for us, but until that time, I'm going to read this, I'm going to take it on. So they all read and say, the woman, I said, I'm just getting desperate. This is when he hears something from me. So somebody called me up and said, well, you know, some of the men are saying, you know, well, how's she going to write for men? I said, I'm not trying to talk to y'all. You think I'm trying to tell y'all what to do? No, the ones who ask me, I'm writing for them. The ones who want to know what I have to say. For what I have to say, their mothers want to tell them, and they've been telling them. But sometimes you have to have somebody outside your mother telling you. Or somebody outside of your mate telling you. So they're going, I'm talking for you. I'm saying things that that they need to hear to help them to be whole men. Because what is going on is that a brother came to me at the closing of the book. He's about 35 years old, and he was ashamed. He's ashamed to share what he was going through. His grandfather just passed, and he's going to have to be the one to bury him. But all of them were fainting and falling out and grabbing on him and expecting him to be the man. And he's trembling. He said, because I'm the last one standing. I'm the oldest one in the family, 35 years old. So what does that mean? By the time, you know, women, we just keep on living. After the mastectomy, we take our breasts off. After a hysterectomy, we keep on living. After losing our minds, we keep on living. We just keep on living. But we make it. But we don't have y'all with us for 20 and 30 years. So all the women sitting at the kitchen table like this, an attitude just eating themselves because they're looking for the man left a long time ago, so he must be the food. And all this heavy heart. So we need our men to live. Yes. And we don't need them to be angry old man with an attitude. Oh, please. That's the worst. That's death in the house. And you know how you can tell it? You can tell it because he has a chair. He has a chair, and that's his throne. The Anglo man has a special chair. And the chair has an indention in it. And the TV is facing. And he's living his life to the top. Don't start pointing nobody out now. Watch out. Watch out. He's not in this room. If you just happen to know somebody, turn the TV off, you're going to get hurt. Because they live into the television, because you know why? They're hurting. They're hurting because they did not get a chance to live their life. Their vision. When they was teenagers, they was in 20s and they was in 30s, they had a vision. They was holding on to it. And people started saying, you can't do that. That's impossible. That's not going to happen. You ain't got no money. You don't have no wherewithal. He'll beat you down with the word. Yeah. So by the time he gets 40, 50, and 60, he's wiped out. So he's given up. So he sits there. And then he doesn't give any more love to his wife. And he doesn't give any more hugs to his children. And he just sits there and dies. It's a slow death. And sometimes while he's dying, he starts losing his limbs. The legs start numbing out, and they get swollen. And then the prostate starts working. And there's no more sex, no more love. And the colon is distended with 10 pounds of waste in it. And all he can do is sit down with his bad back and can't hardly see and can't hardly think. And the wife is more frustrated than ever. She's getting an extra 30 pounds because of all his hurt. And the children are not connected. And the next call you get is somebody in jail because he's not in the house. He's no longer there. He has left his body. We the healers. Women, stand up! Y'all better stand up. That's right, sister. You know from the 60s. I'm still a child of the 60s. And we stood up, we said, Black Power! You better stand up for these men before they die. So I got to ask you, I said, well, Queen, how could you love them and write about them and to help them? You've been married 3 times, I still love them. All of them was great men. You know, we all have issues. All of us got issues. They all met well. And if you don't love them, you're going to lose your glow. If you don't love them, you're going to get that attitude face. You know that attitude face? That's going to give you a sure enough heart attack. You're going to have to become like water. Don't hold and harbor women. You be holding and harboring, you get a heart attack, you get a stroke, you get an aneurysm. And you be all right. Well, I'm right. I know I'm right. What's going on? No. Just flow. How you gonna flow? Detox. You gotta clean up every single day. You gotta start all over again. Clean up every single day. I saw my daughter on the way out. Today she wasn't mad at me. Isn't that a blessing? I flow. She would have helped you to flow. Either you flow or you break. Well, you know what did it? Her girlfriend said, "Ooh, they had a little high school thing going." My daughter's in her 30s. She said, now she got an attitude yesterday, but today her girlfriend said, "Wow, your mother still got it. We used to talk about your mother in high school," because I had to run up there on my bike. My tie-dyes. Embarrass her, right? What's going on here? So they said that she still got the strength and the power, 65 years young. We don't be breaking! All that green in her body, she can't help it. So you have to watch what's working. I had to come in and get a quick stare and get it all and bring it all in. Because it's possible that we can get old and get more beautiful and get more radiant.
There you go.
And our men can grow mature and vibrant and healthy and whole. Can you hold on to that vision? Yes. The Million Man March. I'm looking for 1 million strong men. Pick up that book. I'm telling you, sisters, if you bring that book to a man and he don't take it, he's lethal. Stay away. You scared? You scared for real. Okay, you got to clean up, he got to detox, he got to clean up his heart, he got to start loving his mother, forgive his daddy. He got some work to do. So the best thing you could do is keep running the bath. And every time you're in the bath, he lets go of another person out of his body. And in another bath, he let go of somebody else who hurt his feelings in 19, whatever. And he'll let go, and after a while, he'll let go about 10 people in the water, and then you might have a husband. You might have a mate. Because if he don't let those people go, he sit with you, it'd be a nice honeymoon. We do our best during the honeymoon time. And after the honeymoon, all hell breaks loose. And you get to see. Oh my God. Don't worry about it. Okay, I'll tell you how to do it.
Break it down.
But it depends on his music. Get his music that he loves, that he swears by, put the music on. Don't start off trying to talk about no bath. Get the house clean.
Go ahead.
Scrub, wash, clear all the negative vibrations out the house. Make yourself look beautiful. Get that tone that you have when you were dating. Get the tone. Right? We remember that. Wasn't that wonderful for us too? To be another, oh my gosh, I can't wait he comes. And let me not make a joke out of everything. Anyway, run the bath. Now when you run the bath, the Don't be too quick. Okay, now when you run the band, he said, oh, the music is playing, the non-toxicity is going, and you're looking beautiful. He said, honey, I run a band for you. He said, I take shots. I said, I run a special band. My kid, you know, whatever word works, sweetie, honey, whatever works,
Right.
and get him into that tub. But in that tub, you got dandelion, you got alfalfa, you got dead sea salt, you got everything, and you stirred the pot, right? You stirred the pot, you worked it out, and then you said, just get him in the tub. Now, while he's in the tub, you make some fresh apple juice to clean out his blood and his colon. It had to be sweet. Don't give him no bitters in the beginning. Give him 2 weeks of the sweet.
Yes.
Then you go in for the bitters. Think about people that live that kid to get him back. And while in that tub, humble. Any man wants you to humble to him. He wants you to be loving. Massage those old brittle feet. Just work the feet. The soul body's in the feet. Soul body's in the feet. He'd be like, oh, he's in love again. He'll listen to anything when he's in love. Get him in love again. And so then you read the book, Man Heal Thyself. He's not going to read it. The editor said, well, Queen, you have these stories. Women will hear stories. Men don't want to hear all the stories. I said, oh, well, then let the women read the book, and then you'll take the formulas out and then run the formulas on him. That's all. Because he's not going to do all this anyway. Brother told me, bottom line, I did this wonderful consultation with Brother the other day, and I ran down, this is the food, this is the juices, this is how to set your house up, your kitchen, the pharmacy. He said, okay, could you make it more simpler? I said, okay, all right. And then I brought it down and made it simpler, and then he said, could you just make it a little bit more basic? I was just talking to women. We are into details, and I love the details. But they want bottom line. And then I'm going to do, the book is coming out on the 26th in Atlanta, Georgia. But we're going to come back here. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I got you all covered. We're going to do something. What I'm saying is it's going to come out there. But I thought I was doing a great job with my interviews. I did about 5 interviews. And they said, well, could you just talk about the orgasm? I said, oh, that's what you want? I'm a freedom fighter. That's what you, that's what? Okay. All right. Oh, so I'm going to give you 5 ways to have the greatest orgasm for a man. Okay, fine. No big deal. That's just writing it out. That's what you want. That's not in the book, though. So now I got to open the book up when it comes back to New York and put a page for the men. If that's what you want, get that. But you know what? Women, we care about our whole body. Our entire body. Our knees, our back, our hips, our brain, our skin, our teeth, our nerves. We care about everything. But they keep telling me, I don't know, men tell me different. Is the bottom line your Jed? Is it we're bigger than that? Are we more? That's the focus? I'm just asking a question. I'm a journalist like this. It's bigger than your Jed? Well, you know, but it's the women who call me up and told me to say all that stuff. So it's more. Anyway, so that's not what's in the book so much, but it's 12 states of being a man. That's what it is. 12 states.